What if one of the greatest signs of human evolution is not knowing more, but judging less? What if the next evolution of humanity isn't about becoming louder, more opinionated, more reactive? And we actually see it with the Great Divide growing bigger in the world today. What if the next revolution is actually in becoming so deeply anchored in who we are, in what we are here to create, in how we are here to serve, that we simply don't have the time nor the desire to spend our precious life energy judging? I have been thinking a lot about what I call the new human. And for me, the new human is focused. It's not self-absorbed. He or she is not indifferent to what is happening in the world, don't get me wrong, but she is deeply discerning about where they place their attention. Because they understand that my attention is life force energy. And therefore, I get to decide where I place that attention. Hi, beautiful people. I'm Alina Cristina, and I'm a conscious leadership mentor and TED Talk speaker and holistic therapist. And so much of my work revolves around helping people reconnect with their higher self, transforming their limiting beliefs that keep them small, and creating lives of greater purpose, abundance, and inner alignment. Now, I have taken some notes for this video, as I usually do. I prepare well ahead in advance for every video. And so I hope you take a cup of tea and sit down, or you listen somewhere in the background, but pay attention to what follows next, because I plant in every video that I make seeds of inspiration, seeds of transformation, and seeds of insights, aha moments that I hope will propel you forward. And so I want to say that there is something that I've been observing more and more. We live in a world that is constantly inviting us, unfortunately, to judge one another. If you open social media, you will see it everywhere. If you open the TV, again, you'll see it everywhere. Either somebody has said something wrong, or somebody's succeeding too much, or somebody isn't succeeding enough. Somebody's relationship is wrong, somebody's spirituality and religious choices are wrong, somebody's choices are wrong, and the list can go on and on. And before we know it, we can spend enormous amounts of our mental and emotional energy analyzing the lives of people we don't even know. And so I believe that this is actually set up to work against our mind, against our higher and greater good. And so here's the question I want to ask you. What could you create with all of the life force energy that you can free up from paying attention to what others are doing, and instead you bring it home to yourself? What could happen if you took all of that energy that may be going into, I don't know, comparison, and invest it into your own evolution, into your craft, into your health, into your relationships, into your healing, into your business, into your career, into your purpose, into your creativity, and into your service, into your soul, because this is what your soul came here for, to experience life, not to judge life. And I want to make an important distinction here, because not judging doesn't mean not being discerning. Being discerning is very important. We still need to have values. We still need to have clear boundaries. We still need to recognize harmful behavior. And we still need to speak up when something genuinely is impacting our welfare and our well-being, or the well-being of the planet. We still need to make decisions about what we participate in and what we don't want to participate in. And so the new human can observe and can speak up without necessarily getting enmeshed in that downward spiral of energy. The new human can say, this is not my path, this is not what I'm supporting. And the new human, I believe, is devoted, because this is a word that I love and that my best friends also love, devotion. I think devotion is going to become increasingly more and more important in our world, and you will see it in people who live lit up from within. Because devotion requires focus. What are you devoted to? What is the craft that you are willing to spend years mastering? And what truly lights up your soul? What subject could you go on speaking about for hours? What are the gifts that life has given you that you're proud of and you want to deepen and you want to invest in and you want to share with the world? What is the contribution that only you can make precisely in your own unique way? And you don't need to be famous. You don't need millions of followers. You don't need to change the world, but there's something that becomes extraordinarily powerful when a human being says, this is what I'm here to do, and here's who I am, and here's what I'm here to cultivate, and here's how I'm here to help with this big unraveling happening in the world right now, with this big shift of reality that is happening right now, day after day, year after year. Um, so devotion does something very beautiful and very powerful. It removes the temptation to look at what others are doing and compare, because when you're genuinely in love with your path and with what you're doing, you don't have nearly as much time to obsess over anybody else. So I believe our craft can become one of our greatest spiritual teachers. Your craft is here to become your greatest spiritual teacher. Your craft may be entrepreneurship or leadership or writing or theater, play, arts, painting, healing, or technology, or parenting, or teaching, or any kind of science, building communities, creating beautiful homes, financing, growing food, finance for the good, I mean, growing food, organic food, leading teams. Whatever your craft is, when you approach it consciously, your craft gets to become your teacher, your greatest teacher. It becomes self-mastery. It becomes your own path to self-mastery. And so you can ask yourself, what is life asking you to deepen in terms of your own self-mastery as a craft or a skill that you're being called to? So I'd love to give you a very simple practice. For the next 7 days, notice every time your attention moves towards something or somebody that takes you into comparison mode or judging mode, and bring that attention back to yourself. And I would say sometimes we even judge ourselves. A lot of people are stuck into their inner critic. That's why they don't move forward with their craft, with their calling. And so notice even your inner critic when it rears its head out. And instead of blaming or criticizing yourself, just notice and hold yourself with a lot of love and compassion and call back your attention. Call back all of that life force energy to yourself and to what truly serves you. So the answer is bring that energy home and be loving and gentle to yourself as you move on your path. And then take that energy, take that life force energy and put it into something meaningful for you. Write that page, send that proposal, apply for that job, record that video, have that conversation, go for the walk, meditate, breath work, call the people that you love and tell them that you love them, and study your craft if that's what you want to. Build your business, create, serve somebody. But bring your energy home because every day you are voting with your attention what kind of life you are creating. You are creating, and we are creating in a conscious and or unconscious way every second of every day. So the question to ask yourself is, what are you truly choosing to create? And perhaps one of the deepest shifts in the conscious human, in the conscious new human, is moving from the question, what can I get, which is the old paradigm, into how am I being called to serve? What am I here to give for the world? And this is the generous, the conscious new paradigm that we are all being invited into. And so we are being invited stepping into that higher service and generosity, not from a place of self-abandonment, not from a place of self-sacrifice, not from believing that we need to save everyone. We all have different experiences and knowledge and wisdom and talents that can become useful to somebody else. And when we begin living from that place, like literally living from that place, success starts taking on a different meaning. It isn't simply how much did I earn last month, how many followers do I have, how impressive does my life look, but it becomes, did I actually grow? Do I feel like I'm growing? So we need to redefine success. The new human, the new conscious human measures success differently than the old paradigm human. And that success is measured in how much do I feel like I'm growing? Did I love last month? Did I create last month or last week, depending on your unit of measure? Did I use my gifts? Do I feel like I'm becoming more myself? And did somebody's life shift for the better because I'm here? And so you can create that beautiful impact that you're here and your soul knows that you're ready for. This is also why I created a free 3 days experience happening this very week during which I'm recording this video. This experience that I'm hosting this week, which is absolutely free, and it's happening over 3 evenings in Europe, in the Europe time zone, but you can catch it wherever you are in the world. This 3 days, 2 hours per day experience is called Harvest Your Abundant Life. And it's happening between the 20th and 22nd of August, so Thursday to Saturday, between 6 and 8 p.m., so 2 hours per day, 6 and 8 p.m. London time. And it's live and it's online. And it's probably the only time I'm doing it freely because I want as many people to benefit from this as possible from the whole world. And so when we begin to focus, when you begin to focus on your own growth, on your gifts, and on your contribution, something very interesting happens. You discover that there are some underlying beliefs underneath the surface that are the main reason why you may have been stuck at a certain level of growth up until now in your life. And so what's happening during this 3 days experience is that we will dig deep into 3 layers of your belief system. The first layer that we will look at when it comes to abundance and abundant living is and that constitutes day one. The first layer is your inner child and personal beliefs. So day one, happening on Thursday, the 20th of August, is when we explore why so many people today are feeling increasingly called to live from a higher purpose and to be of value, to bring a valuable contribution to the world. and why oftentimes they get stuck into um, small limiting beliefs about themselves and self-doubts and things that say thoughts that tell them, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, I don't feel safe to be visible. What happens if I fail? Who am I to do this? And all of those array of beliefs that in most cases were formed during childhood or early teenagehood. And what you will be experiencing at the end of day one, as well as at the end of each and every one of the 3 days, is a very powerful theta healing session. So, theta healing is one of the signature tools that I work with for mindset reprogramming and stepping into higher abundance and growth in one's life. So, on day one, you will go through a powerful theta healing reprogramming session that will help you release and shift those limiting inner child beliefs around abundance and about self-worth into powerful, true beliefs about who you are that start from I am ready to receive big and I am ready to be seen and I'm here to contribute. You are here to contribute your light, your gifts, your voice to the world at a higher than ever level. Theta healing, just for those of you who are new to this practice, theta healing is a tool that an energy practice, a tool that helps you reprogram limiting beliefs. It's very similar to hypnosis, just that in theta healing, we go all the way up to the divine plane, and all of the reprogramming happens from the divine plane. So we acknowledge the higher power, the divine that works and lives and breathes through each and every one of us. And that reprogramming happens through your sovereign will and through divine will. So, theta healing is a powerful type of hypnosis meditation that brings you into a relaxed theta brainwave state in which all of this reprogramming happens. So, I'm so excited for you to experience it. Here's what will happen in day two. And during day two, we will address the cultural conditioning that you may have received when it comes to abundance. So, every environment teaches us something about money, ambition, success, security, visibility, and what kind of life is considered acceptable. Every environment that we grow up in, including your country of origin. Your country of origin has been programmed through centuries of history with certain beliefs around money and abundance. And oftentimes, when we are born into a certain culture, into a certain country, we take on from the cultural milieu, from the cultural energetic space, we take on those beliefs. They're imprinted into our subconscious. So on day two, we will explore what did your culture teach you about what was possible and how can you reprogram the limiting beliefs that you've received from your culture. And so again, day two finishes with a very powerful and deeply healing and nourishing theta healing reprogramming experience. On day three, the final day of this journey, we focus on ancestral patterns, ancestral beliefs, and blessings. So on our final evening, we will journey into ancestry because all of our families, like your family, carries extraordinary gifts. And also, it carries extraordinary survival stories. But we don't want to operate from that mindset of survival, do we? So that may include beliefs around scarcity, sacrifice, having to work hard all the time, a lack of security, lack of money, beliefs around what it means to take risks in life and if they pay off or not. So, what it means to be a good daughter, a good son, and so on and so forth. And we'll be reprogramming those ancestral limiting beliefs into higher, empowering, true beliefs that truly represent you. And we will be also expanding through Theta Healing, through this beautiful, powerful tool, we'll be expanding the ancestral blessings. So blessings that mean that have to do with things such as courage, grit, perseverance, creativity, resourcefulness, that you may have beauty, that you may have received from your ancestors, strength, wisdom. And so we will also look into how you can enhance the gifts and the blessings from your ancestors into your life. So I strongly encourage you to join me during these 3 abundant days of blessings in this beautiful online experience called Harvest Your Abundant Life. And before you leave this video, I want to give you one final question. If you started looking at what you came here truly to create and stopped comparing yourself with anybody else, what do you feel you would finally have the energy and the courage to create? So this is a beautiful reflection that I would love to leave you with. And if this message today, if this video spoke to you, I'm inviting you to please subscribe to my channel, share this with other like-minded friends that you feel may love this, and share this video actually with anyone who you feel needs to hear this, anyone who you feel needs to bring their life force energy back to themselves and mindfully focus their attention and their energy. And then come join me inside the Harvest Your Abundant Life 3 days of workshops, of free online workshops this week. I will see you there, and I cannot wait. See you.